welcome with gracing you all with my presence once again. Donnie87 is back on YouTube. It's been about a month, and this is basically like an update as to how good everything is going at FSW, and right now it's going perfect. It's going better than I ever hoped. I got to referee a match in front of nearly 500 people at Sam's Town, and I've refereed a handful of matches before that, and I just refereed a couple of matches 2 days ago. It's a really cool thing that FSW has all these WWE or former WWE and TNA guys come in, and all these independent pro wrestlers, because you can talk to them about what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. Thanks to FSW, I've gotten to meet Brian Kendrick and Sean Daivari, Roderick Strong, Kenny King, Johnny the Bull, Brandon Gatson. It's like a never-ending wealth of knowledge that is coming toward you that you can use to your advantage. And Brian Kendrick just had a seminar with us about 2 or 3 days ago, and it was pretty much my first non-official match that day, because he brought us all in the ring, and there were only about 8 or 10 of us there, so that made it easy. That's 4 or 5 matches. He paired us off, and it was me and Kid Vegas in the first match. And thank you to Kid Vegas for kind of babying me through what we needed to do, because that's exactly what I needed. I needed to, have an understanding of what we were going to do before we did it, and it worked out pretty well. I got a lot of positive feedback from it, and it was a really, really fun match. It was about 5 or 6 minutes long, and we screwed up at the very beginning with the collar and elbow tie-up, because I tried to do this go behind on Kid Vegas, but his elbow kind of clipped my shoulder, so it broke the chain of events that was supposed to happen right after that. But I recovered and got the side headlock, and my biggest fear during that match was that maybe I would screw something up and just stop dead. Luckily, that didn't happen. If I did forget something, I would throw a punch or throw a kick or, lock something on. It went very well in my mind, but I know once I see it, because I haven't seen it yet, that I'll be picking it apart and I'll just be crapping on it, because I'm really particular like that. Like, I could have done this, I could have done that, but so far everybody has been coming up and being like, that was actually really good. You've had 3 or 4 months of training, and that was a really good match that you started out with. And it's funny, because a day after that, which was yesterday, we did a show, the student showcase at the FSW arena, and a couple of the people that weren't even there, wrestlers that weren't there, came up to me and they were like, "So I heard you and Kid Vegas had a pretty good match yesterday." And it was amazing, because word traveled quick. The cameraman, Jason, came up to me and he was like, "That was actually a really good match. You should be proud of what you did." And I am. And Heather Lynn came up to me, and she's been around for 10 years in the business, and she came up and she said that for 3 or 4 months, that's really good what you did. And I have to thank everybody for giving me all this positive feedback, because that's what keeps me going, and that's what makes me think that I'm not doing so bad. So I have all these people saying I'm doing something right, and I feel like I'm doing it right, so something good is happening. I don't know when my first match in front of a crowd is going to be, but at the same time, I'll train for as long as I possibly need to. After my match the other day, I asked Brian what I did and didn't do right, and he said, "I have good bumps, I have good selling, but when I have a move locked in, or when I'm performing a move, I should show more intensity. I should show more facial expressions. When I have a side headlock on, I should, puff out my chest and arch my back like the dominant gorilla kind of thing." But like I said, overall, it was a really good experience. The seminar was really cool, because, Kendrick was such a cool guy, and I looked at him when he was watching the other matches after mine, and this was how he was watching the matches. He was on the edge of the ring with his mouth covered up, watching the match with his eyes wide open. And he was analyzing everything that was going on. So to get that kind of feedback was really cool, and it was really coincidental what he told me about showing more expression, because 2 weeks ago, Mike Modest told me the same exact thing. So now that I have people telling me this, I'll be able to adjust it in the future. I can't wait to get back to training. I can't wait to have an official match in FSW, whenever that happens, whenever it may be. Hopefully I'll get it on tape, and hopefully maybe I'll be able to post the match from the other day online if I have permission to, and if I can figure out how to, because I'm not too sure of how to rip a segment off of a DVD and put it online. I'm not too tech savvy. Get off my ass. Until next week or next month, whenever, thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for watching, and thank you for helping me through me trying to accomplish my dream. Because without all the compliments, without all the comments, it wouldn't feel as right. It wouldn't feel as good. So keep on watching.